In this video, I want to add a power-up, namely the ability to double jump. This is always fun to add in the game. So let's say the last platform is beyond its reach, so we need an extra jump to get there. Okay, so let's create a power-up. But first I want to tell you about this launchpad. In the event graph, we used a casting node. Now this is fine for smaller games and it's very easy to use, but I'm going to show you the error that can happen if you use casting a lot in bigger projects. So I'm casting here to my third-person blueprint. When I go right-click, and then I look for reference viewer, then you can see everything that's referencing to my character. So all these things need to be loaded in fully. So the launchpad, my game mode, of course, animation blueprint, and my Johnny character right here, my model. But for animations, this needs to be casted. This is what I always do. Cast to animations, which in our animation blueprint we made earlier. But for a launchpad, this doesn't have to be. Of course, if you're lazy or you want, or you don't have a lot of gameplay elements already to this, and you want to do it quickly, casting is fine. Just you can leave this as is. But for our power up, let's put it here so we can use the power up. I could also use the casting one, but I'm going to show you something way more performant. And that is, when I go here to content, let's create a new folder. Right click, new folder. Let's name this data and open this one up. Then right click, and then underneath blueprints right here, we have blueprints interface. So this is the one we are going to use to communicate between blueprints. So communicate between our character and our jump power-up that we are going to create. So blueprints, blueprint interface, is called the BPI for blueprint interface, and then power-ups, because we can put multiple power-ups inside of this interface. So the function right here, let's name this double jump. You can always click here, add multiple functions, or right-click, cut, delete, rename, whatever you would like. So with the double jump selected, we're going to need an input, and we can go here under input and hit this plus icon. Let's double click, and let's give this a name, can double jump question mark. This already is a boolean, what I want, so hit compile, save, and this is all we need. Okay, this is all the setup you need for this. Then we're going to create a blueprint for our power up. So let's go here, new empty blueprint class. It's going to be an actor, and it's already saved to my blueprints map that I created in previous videos. This is fine. So let's rename this to BP underscore jump power up and hit save. So for placeholder, let's add and type in a cone. I like cones for visualization. Okay. And let's also add a box collision so my player can collide with it, and then something needs to happen for this. Let's scale up this box collision. Oh, make sure all the directions light up. So maybe like this. And let's all track to look at it from different sides. Or you can look at different perspectives like here. Okay, hit compile. And let's already drag this in. So it was in content, blueprints, and then my power up right here. Let's drag it up, hit the end key. Or maybe just drag it up like this. And let's see if this is big enough for me. Okay, I think I like this as a placeholder. So right now nothing happens, and I only can jump once when I press the spacebar. See, only once. We're going to change this with the blueprint interface. So back here, have your box selected, right click, and then you go add event, on component begin overlap. Now from the begin overlap, we can drag off to our blueprint interface, because this will be the communication between this blueprint right here and my character. So back in the event graph, first I need to implement my blueprint interface right here. That's easy. Underneath class settings, you can find here interfaces. There are no interfaces right here yet, so click on add, and we name this one BPI powerups, and hit compile, save, and it is added to here. The interface also appeared right here, and it was named double jump. So from other actor, so when an actor collides with this box collision, so drag off here from other actor, you can type in double jump, and the message is the one that I'm going to need. And it's already connected up like this. And when he collides with his box, can double jump needs to be enabled. So So make sure this is ticked to true. Then hit compile save. And we want this to be gone whenever he collides, but we do have the power up, but this cone no longer needs to be there. So then drag from this and then destroy actor. This is the function we need as destroying itself. Not our character, but this blueprint is then destroyed. Compile save. This is everything we needed for here. And then we need to go to content, third person, blueprints, to our character, because we need to implement the logic also here. And now in my viewport, when I select the top one here, my third person character, then you can have a look at max jump count. And you can already enable this to 2, but then from the start of the game he will already have 2. You can also add multiple. So we need to enable this in the event graph. I didn't change anything here, by the way. So in the event graph, let's find some room right here. This is fine. We also need to enable this blueprint interface. So underneath class settings, go here to interfaces, add BPI, powerups, and hit compile save for this one. And underneath interfaces, you have double jump right here. So right click and implement event, because this time the event will be triggered when we collide with our cone. And we need a variable first. So click here on the variable plus icon and let's name this one double jump enabled. And then we need to go right here and then set double jump enabled, because when this event is triggered, then we connect this one up and this one will be set to true. So hit compile. At default, this will not be enabled. So make sure this is as false. And when our event is triggered by the cone, then this will be also set to true automatically. And then we need to go right here from input touch, we have jump. And I mean from input action jump. You can also add it here, by the way, if you want the touch input. But I'm going to use the input action jump because this is for the keyboard. So what you can then do is B-click to add a branch. And the condition needs to be if double jump is enabled. So get double jump enabled. This is the condition. And wherever this is true, then the logic resumes. And the logic for this, so drag off, was jump max count. And we need to set the jump max count. So we need this one. And instead of 0 or 1, we want to set it to 2. Then hit compile and save. And this is the time that we need to test this out. So right now, I hit spacebar, only jumps once. I collide with this, the cone disappears, and now 1, 2 times. Let's try multiple times. Okay, he only jumps 2 times. So now I can maybe make this jump and jump once again, and he makes it to the last platform. So this is the logic that we need to set up. If you want me to go over this, let's do this quickly. So we made a data folder, we made a double jump, and I enabled an input, and as a boolean. Then from our cone, so content and then blueprints. I always name this cone because this model is a cone, but actually it is BP jump power up. It sends a message and it also destroys this actor itself. When the message is sent, it goes to this character, where this message is called, and my boolean is enabled. And because my boolean is enabled, I can continue here to the jump max count and set it to 2. Because from then on, in my game, my player can jump twice. You can also duplicate this or connect this up with this one if you like that. But as of now, this is just still a placeholder model. So let's fix this. Go to add here and then static mesh, or just type it in and add static mesh. And we can name this power up mesh or something like that. And let's go back here into content and the Asian village, meshes. And I found one here in props. And I thought the idea will be cool because this flag banner, maybe our player reads this and then gets the ability to double jump. So make sure this one is selected, or any other model that you like, or any other from this pack. It doesn't matter actually. So if this one is selected, then you can go here, static mesh, and click on this use arrow. Now this is very big, so let's scale this one down a bit. Maybe from a different angle so I can scale better. Okay, now I can, with this one selected, scale it down a bit. Okay, Now I no longer need my cone, so my box will be here on my power up mesh. The cone need to be deleted then. And maybe, just to be sure, let's scale this up a bit also. And also in the height maybe, and move this up a bit. And then look at it from different sides. Okay, I think this should be fine. But of course, as always, compile, save, file, and then save all. And then let's rotate this so it is facing towards our player. Let's maybe move this aside and rotate it like this. So our player needs to pick this up first. So now when I hit play, oh, this is floating in the air. So let's put this post down a bit. So E and D on my keyboard, or I can just manually drag this in how far I want it to be. Like this should be fine. And now I jump once. Okay. Now I have this, it disappears, and I can jump twice. 1, 2, oh, and I need to learn to play my game. But you saw earlier on that I have the ability to jump and make it to the last platform.